I'm going to tell you about relational algebra. I'll show you how you can use Cartesian product practically, how you can practically use join, which is also called equi-join, selection, projection operation, self-join, union, and the difference. Intersection also will be shown how it is used practically. We will refer ourselves to these two relations, relation R and the relation S. For Cartesian product, join, union, difference, and intersection to work, the two relations R and S must be union compatible. To mean they must have the same number of columns, and also the names of columns they must be the same. So we open MS Access and we create a blank desktop database. We call it a name, let's say college, then create. Before I click on create, you see that this database is going to be saved in the documents in this username on this computer. So this is the college database, and it has got a table 1 by default. So we right click and we choose design view. We name it students. Okay. There is here what we call a primary key. I don't need it, so I click on primary key from design tab. Here I call it reg number. The type here is a number. For the field size, you can specify if it is not a long integer, maybe you can make it simply an integer. Then we have the first name, which is a short text. Here you have to specify the number of characters. Let's say they are to be 55 characters. Then we have hello name. It is also a text. We leave it as maybe 35 characters. And here we call it maybe combination. It is a short text of maximum 20 characters. So when you hit Ctrl S on your keyboard, the table will be saved. So you double click students and you enter maybe 12 as the reg number. Bosco, Quizela, combination, let's say MCSE. You press enter to enter a new student. She's called Aline Kariza. She studies HGE. The next student is having 9 as reg number. Her first name is Karine Mjeni, and she studies EEE. The fourth student is having this reg number, is called Olivier Kagabo, and he studies FKE. So these are the students we have. I hit Ctrl S to save them. Now from this students table, you can create what we call a query here from queries group. You click on query design. Here we have student table. You click on add. You close this show table. From this tab of query one, you choose you right click here and you choose SQL view. So when you write this command, select all from students and you save, then you call it select. You will see that the query has been created. When you double click it, you will see that it is bringing the entire table. Let's say we edit this, so we edit here we add a keyword where, like this. So the student who fulfills this it is this one called Aline Kariza. So she's the one who is displayed. A table, right click, design view. The first table we call it error. The primary key we make it off. Short text, B number, C short text. So this is the table. We again create another table. This table we call it S. We again give it 3 columns, A, B, C. Like this, we save. Now, table error is to be A1A, B1B, A1A, B1B, A1D, B2F, A1D, B2F. B2F, like this. Table S is going to contain A1A and A3 error. A1A and A3 error. So these are the two tables that we are going to use to check how Cartesian product works. As you remember, we are now checking how the relational algebra can be used practically. So we will start with Cartesian product. So we will give this command, select all from RS. First of all, we create a query that uses R and S tables at once. We make right click here on this query one tab. We choose SQL view, then select all from RS. We call it Cartesian product. So when we hit double click on Cartesian product, we will see the result from R and S. It is like combining rows of R with the ones from S. What you have to note is that practically for Cartesian product, it will precede its column name with the relation name. Let's say the columns here are A, B, C, and they belong to relation R, because R is the one preceding these column names. Here, A, B, C columns, they are preceded by S name, meaning the relation of S. So the symbol for Cartesian product is cross. So this is the result that we had. We continue with the equi-join of relation R and S. So equi-join is like fetching laws from Cartesian product where a specific column in R is having the same value in the column S relation. The command to be used is this one. So we are going to check the columns where the rows where column A in R relation are equal with rows in the A of S relation. We again create a new query. We add the two tables at once. Right-click SQL view. Select all from RS. Here we add where RA is equal to SA, where column A is having the same value as column A in S. So we call it equi-join. So this is the result of our query. So RA is having AAA as a value, and SA is having the same value, which is A. This is the result that we had on in MS Access. Let's now quickly see how you can use projection and selection. So selection means getting a set of rows from a specific relation where a specific column is having a specific value. We again give a new query. This time we add a single relation, which is R. We make a right click and we choose SQL view. Select all from R, where column A is having the value A. So we call it selection. So when we make a double click over this query called selection, we will see that this is the result, where column A is having value A. Let's quickly see how we use projection operation. We had the query, then we insert the table arrow. So here projection will show you a part of the table. Let's say select column A and column B from table R. So the name of the query is projection. When we make a double click over projection, you will see that you are given a result of A and B columns only. This is how projection actually works. Then we have what we call self-join. Self-join is the way you can provide a request to a given table and to a copy of itself. Let's say the table is called address. It has got 4 columns: contact ID, first name, last name, and spouse ID. So the command here says select t1.firstname, t1.lastname from address t1, comma address t2. So here address t1 means the original table, this one. Address t2, t2 here means the copy of this relation, where t1 spouse ID is equal to t2 spouse ID, where these spouse ID are equal. Then there is another condition, t1.contact ID. This symbol means different to t2.contact ID, where the contact ID for spouse ID are different. So the result of this query will be this one. Chris and Ernest, they are the ones having the same spouse ID and having the different contact ID. It is as if they have the same spouses, so which is maybe wrong. 2 men with 1 wife. So this is the result of the previous command. I continue with the union. So union will combine the rows in R and the rows in S in a single table. This is how you use union. Select ABC from R, union, select ABC from S. Let's do it. So we again create a new query. We add both relations. Right click, SQL view, select A, B, comma, C from R, union, select A, B, C from S. We call it union. So when we double click union, what you have to note is that when you have a row which is having the same value as another row, so one of them will be deleted. So the repetition is not allowed here. This is the result. The next relational algebra operation is called intersection. So this is the syntax. We use intersect, but of course my SQL does not support this keyword intersect. We will use inner join. Right click, query 1, SQL view. So inner join is used for MS Access as well. We call it intersection. So when we open intersection, we will see that this is the result. The next relational algebra operation is called difference. So with the difference, we use the keyword minus or except. Of course, these 2 keywords they are used in other relational database management systems like SQL Server and Oracle. For my SQL, they don't work. We rather use another keyword called left outer join. like this, left outer join. We again create another query. Right-click SQL view. Here we use left outer join. Here the conditions will be the same, except at the end we will add a condition or a predicate where is null. So we call it a difference. So here it is left outer, not left out, left outer join. So it is called difference. When we double click difference, we will see the result. Let me now quickly show you how to create reports and forms in MS Access. Let's say we have this table called the students with this data inside. So we go to create. We first create reports. So when you go to reports here, immediately a report showing the details of the students is created. Again, when you go to students table, you go to create again, you go to reports group, you click on report wizard. Here it will enable you to create a report by choosing which columns to be used. Let's say you want to use column name, F name, and the last name only. Then you leave the combination. Then you press next. Next. You can choose how the data will be displayed. Let's say the data will refer to reg number in ascending order. Then next. Here you choose the layout. It can be tabular, as you see. It can be column, as it can also be justified. So we leave it as tabular. So it can be portrait and landscape for orientation. We leave it as portrait as well. Next, you can call your report a specific name. We leave it as students 1. Then we click on finish. So this is the report created. This is the report we created, showing reg numbers and the last names of students, and even the first names, they are there. So the report can also be edited. When you open it in design view like this, you will see that the report has a header at the top. The report has what we call the page header, the information that keeps repeating at the top of every page. Then here, these are the data from different rows. Then you will have the page footer that will be repeated at the end of every page. We again change the view to report view. So this is the report. Another way of creating reports is by using report design. So when you want to design your report from scratch, you just go there to design tab, then you click on add existing fields. Here you click on show all tables. So we have so far 3 tables, R, S, and students. Let's say we choose R table, which has got 3 columns, like this. So we drag and drop A and B columns, like this. So we close here. When we change the view of this report to report view, you will see that data in A, B, and C, they are displayed. Data in the next column, they are also displayed. Data in the next column, they are again displayed. Then data in the last row, they are also displayed. This is how you actually design reports. Reports, they display what they get from the tables of a database. Very quickly, let me show you how to deal with forms. So forms, they enable you to enter and get data in tables or from tables. Let's say we have this students table. We want to create a form. So we click on form like this. You will see that the records are 4. So we are located on record 1. So when you hit next, we are located on record 2, record 3, and the record 4. This is it. So if you want to add a new, you click on new blank record, this at the end. So we enter the reg number as first of all, here we choose the form view to be able to enter. We enter 45. The first name is Yvonne, Marissa. The combination is PCSE. So when we hit enter, the row will be recorded. We again add another one who is called Robert Mugabo. Combination is MCSE. We hit enter. So when we go back to our table called students, this one, we close it and we open it again, we will see that the 2 students we added, they are already recorded. So as you have seen, forms, they enable you to enter data in your tables. So thank you for watching. See you next time.